Hello everyone. So the next lesson on variation in natural selection is extinction. So extinction is whenever any living animal or plant ceases to exist. In other words, there are no living examples left. So fossil records show that many animals and plants have become extinct over time. So we have some famous examples, including dinosaurs and woolly mammoths. So we know they existed due to fossil records, but we now know that there are no more living in the world. So extinction occurs whenever animals cannot evolve fast enough to cope with the changing environment. So the woolly mammoth, which is a large elephant-like mammal, is most likely to become extinct at the time of the last ice age because of the increasing size of ice fields, which would have eliminated much of its habitat. So it couldn't evolve fast enough to cope with this change in the environment, and all living mammoths died off. So it's not always just to do with natural climate change. It can also do with the activities of man, which can either directly or indirectly be responsible for the extinction or near extinction of many plant and animal species. So the reasons for extinction are as follows. We due to climate change. And the ice age is a good example of that, and we're going to see some, and we currently are seeing some examples of that as well. It can also be through natural disasters. So we're talking extreme weather, or perhaps human disasters could also have an effect. So if we take the dodo, for example, it became extinct, and that was due to hunting. And that, of course, was carried out by humans. And then other animals may be out-hunted by other animals, leading to their extinction. So there's two types of hunting, animals and humans. Okay. So, as we've already said, if a plant or animal is described as extinct, there's no more living examples, and fossil records show that. We've talked about some of the reasons of how this has happened, and a famous example probably would be dinosaurs. So they probably became extinct due to climate change, but the activity of the human race is responsible for the extinction of many species, and that's probably the biggest factor in modern times. So an example of an animal which is possibly in danger of extinction, it's definitely endangered at the minute, is the corncrake. And the reason we're looking at it is that it's a bird which used to be common over much of the north of Ireland and parts of Britain. And the increase in silage cutting by farmers has actually eliminated much of their habitat and places where they would nest. As a result, these animals are becoming very, very rare, these birds, and as a result, there's been some laws put in place to try and reduce when silage is cut and reduce certain places where it can be cut. And as a result, the number of corncrake are actually increasing in the area. So they're still an endangered species. Their numbers are still pretty low, and extinction is still a possibility. However, there is some positive news recently on this animal. Okay, so that's just a wee quick clip on extinction. Again, any questions, feel free to post and we will try to answer.